Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a man named Thomas, who owned a beautiful garden with a flourishing orange tree. One day he decided to sell the garden to his neighbor, Mrs. Evans, an elderly woman with a passion for gardening. The very next day, as Mrs. Evans excitedly approached the orange tree to pick some ripe oranges, Thomas intercepted her. "Wait, you can't pick those oranges," he said sternly. "I sold you the garden, but not the oranges. They belong to me." Confused and upset, Mrs. Evans sought justice from the village judge. In court, the judge asked Thomas, "Why do you prevent Mrs. Evans from picking the oranges? You sold her the garden." Thomas confidently replied, "Yes, I sold her the garden, but the oranges are mine. She has no right to them." The judge, with a knowing smile, looked at Thomas and said, "If you sold the garden but claimed the oranges, you must pay rent to Mrs. Evans for storing your oranges on her property." Realizing his scheme had backfired, Thomas understood the wisdom in the judge's ruling. The judge then advised, "Trying to deceive others can backfire. Fairness and honesty are virtues that always prevail."